It's over to you to share with us what difference you made, that we call that impact. The things that you do that are very different to what other people do in this, particularly in this, the world which you're operating. But crucially, help us to help you by, as it were, being very clear and hopefully also very succinct.
His Majesty will make around 250 awards. So actually, your chances are quite good. I'm not preempting anything, but on a ratio wise, they're quite good. Our record in the West Midlands of success is also quite good. And part of that is down to the almost the pre-filtering, if you like. I don't know how you came about to be nominated, but somebody has spotted you and said, this organisation looks like a potential candidate. So we don't get what it does. And to a certain extent, of course, I've done some desk research, so I know what you do, but I'd like to hear it from you. I want to talk about the people, the beneficiaries, who it is that you're helping. And in particular, it'd be useful to get some numbers around that if we can. So, you know, how many cultural events do you run? How many refugees do you help? That kind of, so we put some numbers behind it. So that would be extremely useful.
With learning English, you know a lot of things about this country, the culture and rules, everything. So it's establish them and avoid them to do.
And integrating into British values and British culture. How do you balance that? And you know, do you think you've achieved that? How do you know? Just one thing I'd like to overlay on that. It's actually quite important, I think, to the United Kingdom that you do bring your culture, because that's what makes us different.
Yes, you've got young people that you know their lives that you can share with us in terms of how they've changed because of this, and what would happen if you weren't teaching them and you weren't there.
I know you talk about the Kurdish community and Kurdish school. I'm at the moment I'm teaching in another Kurdish school, okay, and this school as well.
Integrated already, and we try to, keep a balance between the Britishness and Kurdishness. This is, and basically we're very proud to be a British and be part of this country, and because Britain is a multicultural society, and we basically try to, our kids, our children.
Before we move on, one of the things I think we do need to get our handle around is the scale of your activity. So at some point, if you can't do it today, I'd like to get an idea of how many conferences you run, how many refugees come through the door. Also quite like to get a better feel for how you interact with other local organisations.
Was the one that opened my eyes. Through them, I learned so much in my life here in the UK. The rules and how to integrate into the British society.
جواد بس بشكل دست خوش لبده كم که أبرك خراب راستي كم ماوي كان صالح كم منخوم شاهدي بوده دم زيارة لبيجار آماده ويم لا آهنگ لا کنفرانسات لا أظن إذا دوري كي باشن هلا مثلا بو روشنبيري لبلاير روشنبيري لاني مثلا كالتوري لاني.
Speaking the language when I came to this country, and I want to like education, ESOL, English language, to be compulsory for the newcomers, so they can go to college and learn the language. So if they learn the language,
Given that you have volunteers all around the country, it feels like, how do they also contribute to how the organisation evolves? I thought what you said was a good example. You're reaching out to Devon.
Trustees make all the decisions, or do you feel that an ordinary volunteer out there can contribute to a change of policy or an idea or a new program? How does that work?
In this way, for example, Faridon, solicitor, Mohsen, the same. Through the writing, for example. So we all, as a collective,
اجتماعي بالبيان تروشني إيماننا كردستاني وارا كانت خوتي عرفاننا اجتماعي وارا كانت خوتي عرفاننا كردستان قرباني كستان الدلي پر دردي من اجتماع حيراني قرميانت هنا سي سردي من كردستان قرباني كستان